Well, here I am making a video that I never thought I'd make. This is probably gonna be the hardest thing to ever talk about on this channel. Recently, I just haven't been doing well mentally at all. It's a lot, so I will try to explain this to the best of my ability. So first, we could talk about kind of like where my mental health has been since the raids. As many of you guys know, I got raided by mizkif and pokimane. Those were like the two biggest raids we've had in the channel. And that actually was like kind of like a double-edged sword for me. Back in June and July of 2023 is when I got raided. First it was by Miz and then it was by Pokey. At the time when it happened, I kind of never really talked about this, by the way. So this is like kind of like everyone's like first time hearing what I actually felt. So I got raided and I felt super happy. I had like the biggest rush I've ever had streaming, because I was getting attention, I was seeing my numbers fly up, I was actually making enough money to pay several months of rent just within like 1 or 2 streams. And I was like, wow, this is the dream. This is what people dream about. But come to find out, those numbers just don't stay. Those people just don't stay. You go from having this high and riding the wave of going viral, of having a lot of followers, kind of like tasting what success, like true success feels like, right? For that split second. And then it just starts slowly declining until it's nothing. I used to be a full-time chess streamer before the raids. And then because of the raids, I felt pressure to do just chatting and variety streaming, which is something that I've always wanted to do. But I guess the raids kind of forced that transition to be a lot faster. And I had a lot more pressure than I ever thought I could have. And I couldn't handle that. During the transition phase, my view count dropped significantly. Before the Miz raids, I had maybe 40 to 50 to 60 consistent viewers on chess. And then with the spike after the raids, I was averaging maybe 100, 200, 300 people per stream. And then it dropped back to 20 people, which are worse than the chess numbers. Kind of seeing my viewership fluctuate like that, my self-worth hit the wall. I was like, I'm not a good content creator. I started getting in my head. I started doubting myself, my career, all based off of numbers. Even though I was enjoying the content that I was making, the view count wasn't there, and that made me just insecure about who I am as a content creator, and it was very difficult. After June, my mental health just completely declined. I couldn't even hit the go live button. I started losing motivation for streaming. I started losing the love for streaming. It was just a very dark time. I'm very grateful though to have this jump start and to have the recognition from people. But it's difficult. It's very difficult to keep up. So much has happened since then. Throughout like this dark time that I was having, I met this girl. I kept this relationship a secret. This is actually the first girlfriend I've ever had. I've dated guys before, but this is my first like official girlfriend. We dated for less than 4 months, basically. Yeah, we broke up 4 months later. I think this is like the shortest relationship I've ever had in my entire life. I had a lot of love for this girl, and I feel like I still do. We actually had broken up like 4 times. To be in a relationship that short and to have problems that early was very concerning. I never really sat down and thought to myself like the damage that was being done to me, because I'm a very selfless person. We both had our good and our bad. The good was good, like euphoric good, and the bad was just unimaginable. We met at a really weird time. She just started her career in 2023, kind of like the same time that I did, and we both met each other when we had like lack of motivation, right? She had her own thing and I was recovering just from burnout, from the raids, from the pressure, and we met at like this perfect timing, and we both related on that so well, and we did so well together. When we were happy, we related to each other. She became my best friend. When you are broken up with 4 times and you take it and you take that person back every single time, it just did a lot of damage to me. Both people made mistakes, but I just was tired of getting treated like I was so disposable and easy to get back. And it's actually like the most painful breakup I've ever had. And I'm gonna miss her a lot. It's very difficult. I actually got broken up with yesterday. I'm actually in Colombia right now at my mom's house, and I got broken up with yesterday through the phone. Just a lot of pain right now. I guess I need a lot of work to do on myself, I think, before jumping into another relationship, because I did things that I'm not proud of. This just kind of sucks. I mean, it's hard to like kind of like accept. I think like the first like step for a breakup is like actually accepting that you broke up. And since we never really had like a last conversation or that like kind of closure that I personally need, it's difficult. It's real difficult. I truly love this girl so much, and you know, if the other person just maybe doesn't feel the same way or is not ready for a relationship, there's nothing you could do. I mean, I was willing to give everything in this relationship, and for someone not to give it back in a way that I needed, it's just not worth it. And it's so hard to accept. Things like this happen all the time, and I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's gonna be very painful. Every breakup that we had kind of was like even harder on my streams because I didn't want to go live. I was so unhappy. I was so hurt with just constant fighting, and it was like I can't go live at all. I can't do it. I don't want to. And it started affecting my work. It started affecting my mental health, my worth, and this is the last time I'm gonna take it. I mean, oh, this is so difficult to talk about. First step is accepting, and I'm going through that right now. That's what has been going on since a few months. So it's been really tough to care about stream or care about anything when my personal life is so like out of whack. There's not much I want to speak on this relationship anymore. I mean, it's over. I talk to my friends for support. I have my family, so I'm very grateful to have those people in my life, and I just need to hold those people close. People who will be there with you through your worst, through your best, through your success, through your failures. Those people are the ones that you want to stick around with, not people who don't care about that at the end of the day, like truly don't care about you. That being said, let's kind of like transition more into like what's next for me. I have been struggling financially since 2023. I went through like the most depressive episode of my entire life throughout 2023, the beginning of it. So like end of 2022, beginning of 2023. That's when I got basically hospitalized because of my mental health. I lost 40 pounds and I was hitting like close to just 100 pounds. And I turned into a skeleton. I wasn't eating. Such a dark time. I just racked up my debt like never before, because once you feel like you have nothing worth living for, you forget about your self-worth, you lose like simple care, right? I was just using my card like it was fun money, because I knew that nothing really matters and I won't have to pay this. That actually really fucked me over moving forward, because I did survive that stage of my life where I didn't think I was going to. So now I have all this debt. I became a full-time streamer right throughout this time. I actually quit my job in like February because I started getting actual income through streaming. It was enough for me to pay rent and to pay off a chunk of my debt. But then as time went by and my numbers kind of like fluctuated like crazy, it came a point where I just wasn't making money. And as of right now, I am not really making money from streaming. And it's hard to call this my full-time job because you don't see a full-time pay. Some days I would make like $2-3 a day. And I started to kind of get really stressed about money. So I would go live sometimes just expecting someone to sub or to donate just so I could survive. And that expectation ruined streaming for me. I've been applying to jobs, but I haven't gotten a call back. I haven't gotten an email. It was just like complete ghost. I'm just not able to find a job as easy as I thought I would. So now fast forward, I'm in Colombia right now to get my wisdom teeth removed. My mom got me the ticket. The reason why I kind of wanted to talk about finances before is because I think I'm going to permanently move to Colombia as of now. I think I have like 4 more months with my lease. back at home. My mom yesterday and I was like, I'm just very sad in the DMV. I'm very unhappy. And for me, it started to get extremely isolating and extremely bad to just be in my room. I just can't stand my room anymore. Like I said, I was talking to my mom and I was like, Mom, I kind of want to move to Colombia and do a lot of like self-growth. I am going to go back home. I'm going to sell my entire apartment. And I'm just going to bring my girls, so Momo and Moki, they're my 2 cats. They're beautiful, they're so precious. And I'm going to bring my PC. I'm not even going to bring my desk. I'm going to sell everything. My mom is actually going to give me a job here as her social media manager because she has a ballet studio here and she needs somebody to do media. And the person that she has right now, she's not really happy with. So she is giving that opportunity to me. So we're streaming here full time and being my mom's social media manager, it will take a lot of stress away from me. And also, my mom has a house here in Colombia and she has an apartment as well. In that apartment, she actually put under my name and my brother's name. So it's already paid off. It's been paid off for years. So that apartment is the apartment I'm going to be living in. It's actually really cute. Like, what does this mean now for my content? What's going to happen? I am still going to be streaming full time. And without the pressure of having to pay rent later this year is going to be very, very nice because I could finally crack my debt. For once in my life, I could start saving. I will actually be able to make content that I want without the pressure of numbers because at the time I was streaming to survive. And I didn't like that because it changed my content and changed my personality. It changed the way that I spoke to my community. Without that pressure, I feel like my streams are going to be a lot better. I have my mom here and it's just going to be us two. And she's like, I will be involved with any content creation that you want, Nikki. I will be here to support you. So I have my mom's support and she's willing to do content with me so I won't feel lonely. And she's like, if you ever want your friends here, if you want to do collabs, this place is always open for people, which is absolutely nice. You know, it's very, very nice to have that from my mom and that support. So I really admire her. The plan is to just kind of find myself here and start healing. Start really jump-starting my career. As of today, I carry a lot of hurt and I carry a lot of pain, but I believe that the future has a lot for me. I talked to my friends yesterday. Shout out to Jason and Nat. You guys really helped me out through a rough time. They stayed up for hours with me. We went to bed like at 3 o'clock and turns out like they had to wake up in 2 hours like to go to work. They helped me a lot yesterday. I want to be isolated from the United States because there was just a lot of pressure and it's getting really expensive to live there and rent is just completely out the picture for me. Like I was looking at new places to live at, like new apartments, and it's just impossible without like 5 roommates. And I am just not ready for that. I'm financially not ready for that. So yeah, I'm deciding on moving to Colombia permanently as of right now. I'm just concentrating on being stable. I don't even know what I'm saying. I just want to find direction, really. I think the hardest thing that I've had to deal with is this breakup. I've cried a lot off camera about this and it's honestly the most like painful thing I have experienced in a very long time. You know, when you think you find love and it's gone just like this, like you become strangers just like this, you're like so broken. If people are out there right now going through a rough time, just know that we could make it out. We will make it out fine. It just takes time to heal and it takes time to kind of confront everything. I'm excited to see what 2024 holds for me. Right now, mentally, I'm not in the best state, but you know, I'm here trying and that's what matters. You know, you wake up and you try your hardest every single day. And I just want to give a big shout out to my community for always believing in me and supporting me. Right now, I'm getting nominated for Streamer Awards, for the Hidden Gem Award, I believe. Award goes out to a streamer who has a lot of potential and averages less than 1,000 viewers. And I'm getting a lot of love on Twitter, a lot of love on Instagram. I'm getting a lot of love from Cinna and Extra Emily, which is extremely nice. So big shout out to them because they didn't have to do that, and it's very nice to see big streamers kind of look at your work and say, this girl has potential. I have a lot of great things to look forward to, and yeah, big shout out to my community, to my friends, and to my family. And yeah, thank you for sitting with me today and hearing my life update. It really means a lot to me that you guys are supporting this YouTube channel. Expect a lot more content from me. We'll see how this goes. hopefully I'll be okay.